Hello everyone! This is actually a special video because it has now been 7 years since I first watched Hetalia and joined the fan base. Honestly, I feel so old since I've been here for 7 years. And I also have some special announcements at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's begin. Damn it! You yelled as you pulled the rubber band out of your hair and threw it across your room. It landed on the wall and got stuck on one of the staples that held up one of your many Hetalia posters. The specific poster was one of Spain. You blushed as you turned back to look at your vanity mirror. Coincidence much? No, I don't think so, you thought as you tried to tie your hair in a bun yet once again. Each time it came out perfect except for one thing. The bun itself looked like a waffle ice cream cone. I haven't had those in forever. You cursed loudly again as the almost perfect bun came out pointy yet again. As you tried to calm yourself down again before you tried again. God, the word again just keeps getting used over and over. Well, again. There's a knocking on your door. You sighed as you got up to go answer it. You opened your door to reveal the one and only Poland. Like, are you okay? He asked you as you stared at him with confusion. My room is like right above yours, and I keep hearing you like totally cussing a storm up in here. You had a very huge urge to laugh and fangirl at Poland's accent, but you had to act serious. And who knew? Maybe he could help you with your hair. Well, you started as you looked off to the side. You held the door with your right hand as you thought of how to put what you wanted to say into words. I keep trying to put my hair in a bun, but it keeps coming out perfect, except for the fact that it comes out in the shape of a waffle cone. You went from simply explaining to yelling from your frustration of your hair. Poland looked at you with a smirk on his face as you sighed and looked down. He walked into your room and took you by your shoulders to lead you to your vanity stool. You blushed like mad at his warm touch. You watched carefully as Poland grabbed your brush and started to take the newly formed tangles in your hair. It says in parentheses your hair tangled easily. It's kind of awkward for me considering my hair is extremely short. Like, even before I got my hair cut, like, extremely short, like, it was still, like, sort of short, like, shoulder length. As soon as he was done with that, he took a hair tie with one swift movement, and he had styled your hair in a perfect bun. Bowen smirked as he put his hands on his hips at the huge smile you had. Before you jumped up with glee, which might ruin the bun, you grabbed some hairspray to hold it all down. You then jumped up and hugged Poland while squealing thank you before running out of your room, leaving Poland with a huge red blush on his face with his mouth wide open. As you slowed your run from a jog to a walk, Switzerland was walking down the stairs. You see, this was a problem since as soon as you exited the room... I don't know if it was supposed to be written like this. The rooming hallways, you are left to a fork where you can either go to the second floor by the stairs, the kitchen, or the living room. And I'm skipping the parentheses here because screw it. You calmly walked down to the end of the rooming hallway, only to run into what felt like a brick wall. You fell down to your butt as did the brick wall. A very audible oomph sound came from the brick wall which was underneath you. You made an inaudible groan of pain. You looked down to see the one only Switzerland underneath you, with a red blush on his face. It took exactly 8 seconds for you to realize what kind of position you were in. It took an extra 3 seconds for you to blush redder than a tomato before you got off, mumbled a sorry, then speed walked to the kitchen. There on the floor in front of the stairs, you left a very embarrassed Switzerland. His mouth was open before Liechtenstein came down and closed her big brother's mouth and helped him up. I'ma do the reference. If you get the reference, I love you. Close your mouth, dear. You'll catch flies. You walked into the kitchen only to walk into Spain. The two of you didn't fall down, but you tripped. This all happened so fast that you barely noticed when that Spain caught you before you could fall on the ground. Spain picked you up, then placed you on one of the kitchen stools. He waited until you looked up at his cute, sweet, and adorable smiling face before he started to talk. You came just in time, senorita. Are you ready to become one with Spain? He asked with such happiness and glee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seconds passed by before you can make sure. I don't know why. I almost misread that. Sure, that Spain actually just said become one with Spain. When you were absolutely sure, you fainted. It seems like all my short chapters, I always have something important to say, so I can't add another chapter. So, yeah, but this is, there's multiple things I have to say. This first one is actually really important if you live in the Chicago area or plan to go to Anime Midwest, because I'm going to Anime Midwest this year. More importantly, I'm going to try to apply for the Artist Alley, and I'll let you guys know if I get in. I've been keeping an eye on my email to let me know when the applications are open, because if I seriously get in, this will be huge for me. I might also be at MTAC down in Nashville, Tennessee, which, by the way, the con basically stands for Middle Tennessee Anime Convention, this April. I wasn't able to get an Artist Alley table since I wasn't 100% sure I'd make it, and by the time I was more sure the applications were closed, but I'll let you guys know if I'm like 100% sure that I'm going to be there. And of course, I'll let you know my cosplay plans along with Anime Midwest if I don't end up getting an Artist Alley table, because if I do get an Artist Alley table, I'm probably not going to pack any costumes for that because I'm going to be pretty much working all day. Also, I mentioned on my Tumblr that I would open art commissions in January. Unfortunately, I got a little busy, but I still plan to open art commissions, but only for fully colored chibis that are either digitally or traditionally drawn, because my to-do list is kind of crowded, especially at the possibility of having a table at Anime Midwest. I mean, I'm cutting down on my to-do list slowly, but it's taking some time, so I can only open fully colored chibi commissions. And I'll make a post on my Tumblr and DeviantArt once I'm fully ready for that. Second to last thing, I mentioned a while back that I wanted to make a series on YouTube talking about my original characters, but due to being caught up with my to-do list, I've been delaying it. Now, I am still pursuing it, I haven't forgotten about it, and I'm actually writing some scripts on it. It's just that it's taking some time. But the first episode should be out soon, and it will be on a character you guys might be familiar with since he's been on this channel before. And finally, the last thing. Since I'm finishing up the Danish Slaughterhouse readings, and I mean, I have an idea for another reading, but it's probably not going to last long. If you guys have any suggestions for fanfictions that you want me to read, then you're free to comment any suggestions that you have. And with all of that said, I will see you guys next time.